Down through the years, generations of royals have thrown extravagant parties. But not every celebration has been a lavish, formal affair.
Carolyn Robb was chef to the Prince and Princess of Wales for 13 years, from 1989. But before that, she worked for the Queen's cousin. And one day, some important visitors came for tea.
Today I'm making some little chocolate mouse cupcakes. They hold a very special place in my heart as they're the first thing that I ever made for Prince William and Prince Harry. First time I made these was before I was actually cooking for the family. At that time I was cooking for the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, and they came for afternoon tea. Today I've got two little assistants, my daughters Lucy and Mandy. First I'm going to sieve together some self-raising flour and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I think it's really lovely to start cooking with children from a very young age. It inspires them to be creative, and it's just great fun. And then I'm going to add some golden caster sugar as well, which can also go through the sieve. Lucy, you're going to pop that in? All of it? Yep. That's it. Then we're going to rub it through the sieve. Well done. That's it. Right, that's done. Now we're going to add in some butter. It's really important to have the butter nice and soft. We're making it by hand, so we want it to be nice and easy to mix. That's it. And the last thing we're going to do is break 2 eggs into that. Good, well done. Pour that into the bowl. That's it. And you want to wipe your hands? Let's wipe that on there. And the last thing we're going to add is a teaspoon of vanilla. I like to use, this is a vanilla bean paste. It has a lovely strong vanilla flavour, so this is what I always use. And now we're going to mix. And very often, the worst thing you can do to a cake is overmix it. Want to have a try? It's quite stiff. Depending on how thick the mixture is, sometimes at the very end I add in just a little splash of milk. So that's what I'm going to do now. Mandy, can you put a little bit of that? About half of what's in there. Perfect. We used to make cupcakes for special occasions, and they always had a very special birthday cake of their choice, but we always had great fun making them. Right, I think that's ready. Now we can pop it into the tin. Right, so I'm going to put a spoonful in each one.
The filled cases are popped in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 12 minutes. Carolyn worked for Charles and Diana for over a decade and still cherishes many happy memories from that time.
One very special time of year in the royal household was Christmas time, and I always really looked forward to receiving the royal household Christmas card. I have a very special one here sent to me by the Prince and Princess of Wales with a wonderful photo of Prince William and Harry when they were still very small.
While the cakes are cooking, Carolyn makes the glaze by first melting the chocolate.
What are you doing? That's looking good now, isn't it? It's smelling delicious.
And then adding some butter.
Put the butter in to make it look nice and shiny. When the boys were very little, they loved to come in and bake cookies and cakes and things. Princes were always very well behaved in the kitchen. We had lots of fun, but they were always very well behaved, extremely polite, but great fun to have. Right, I think that's good now. Now we're just going to leave that on the side for a moment, just to thicken up very slightly.
Once the cooked cakes have cooled, all that's left is to transform them into mice.
We're going to stick a marshmallow onto the top of each one, using some of this chocolate. A nice marshmallow onto it in the centre.